Hello, Goldie Urquhart here with Cooking with Goldie. And I have my cookbooks on my website, cookingwithgoldie.com. And one of my favorite things is to develop recipes that make you look like you are a gourmet cook, but you want something simple but delicious that people will enjoy. This recipe I'm going to share with you right now is coming out in my new cookbook, which will be labeled as Goldie's Latest Creations. Will be coming out in just a couple weeks as an ebook on my website, cookingwithgoldie.com. This is the herb rolls that I love to make that are so easy because I use the Rhodes frozen bread dough, their rolls. And one of the things I want to show you here before I show you how to make these is once they've baked, I melt butter like a whole stick, and I use, your little basting brush, and I put it in the butter, and I take it all over it and around it, and they're so good you don't even have to butter the rolls because they've got butter in them. So I'm going to show you here how simple it is to look like a gourmet chef or a baker. Everybody likes a different kind of herbs, and I'm one of those people that don't like thyme, but some people love thyme. And I'll just share with you my favorite ones here. I melted a whole stick of butter, did it in the microwave here, and I'm just going to put in, everybody likes different with spices. I put in just a little oregano into this melted butter. I put in some onion powder. I don't know how many of you guys remembered that, the Cajun chef, and he would say onion. And I'd say onion. Some garlic powder. Some savory. Savory's a nice herb that a lot of people aren't familiar with. And basil. I love basil. And because it's called herb and I want it to look pretty, I'm putting in some dried parsley, because parsley, you can't screw up with parsley. Parsley it's not a strong, pungent flavor. So I'm going to take my frozen bread dough rolls here. Open it up, throw that in the sink. Oh, something I'm going to tell you here too. You want to know, I'm using the Bon Cook, the bread tray. And you see the little holes in it? This is so that your bread gets nice and crusty on the bottom and it's going to cook evenly. But since I'm doing butter, normally, if you were to just take your bread dough and you'd put this in on your perforated baking sheet here, you do that, but since I'm going to roll these in butter, or if you were rolling it in oil, these rolls, they'd go down, and really, you'd have a lot of smoke in your oven. It would really set off your fire alarm, your smoke alarm. So I'm just rolling this frozen bread dough in the melted butter and herbs, and I'm going to make it look like it's kind of braided. It's kind of like it's going along here. Can you see that, Leslie? Okay. Because you saw how the finished ones came out there, but this is so easy to do. And when I'm going to let this rise, I would say give yourself 4 hours to let it rise all the way. When I did this bread this morning, I gave it about 4 hours. But what I did was I turned the oven on to 170 and then turned it off and let it sit with the door open for about 10 minutes, and then I put the tray in there because I wanted to speed up the thawing out of these rolls and the rising process. with it. Now, if you just wanted butter rolls, you could do that too, just butter them. But I like the herb. It's something you can experiment with. And with Leslie, with Bon Cook, they have a lot of different herb blends that you can try. And the oils too. I just happen to, I cook a lot with butter. But everybody has, in fact, Leslie, don't you guys have a cilantro oil?
Yes, we do.
Yeah, some people just love cilantro. I do not like cilantro at all, but my kids think it's fabulous. And they like the lime oil too. And isn't there the Tuscan herb?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the Tuscan herb. Can use the oils with that. But see how fast this goes? Putting this together and then letting it rise and then baking it. And I bake it at 350. That's like what the package direction says on the rolls. But they come out really good and yummy. My daughter-in-law is addicted to these rolls. She loves the herb. Now, something I'm going to tell you too is that when you open a package of these frozen rolls, the first rolls that you use, then the rest of them you're gonna close it up tight and put it back in the freezer. The first ones you do, for some reason, rise up much higher than what's left that you put back in the freezer of the frozen dough. So just to let you know, you saw how big this was, a new package over here that I used. Those rose up really nice and high. Just know that the second time, they're not gonna, whatever rolls you have left over are not gonna rise up as high. So now we're gonna let these rise and then bake them, and then I'm gonna butter them afterwards. But I'm gonna tell you, they freeze really well. I wrap each roll individually when it's done in plastic wrap and stick them in the Ziploc freezer bags and the gallon size and take them out as we want them, as we need them. So anyway, I've got my Facebook page, Cooking with Goldie, and would love for you to follow me on there and give me your comments. So bye for now.